Let's face it, the red pill is dead. It's not dead because fundamentally the guys involved aren't charismatic enough. They aren't interested enough. Nah, it's pretty funny. Like it's a good meme. It makes a decent clip. It's dead because it's unrealistic. It doesn't actually give anyone useful, meaningful advice. In 20 years down the line, the same people that are listening to it now are not going to have taken from that message something useful. And you might think, like, why is this the case? Is it not a reality that if you become wealthier, you become more seductive, more attractive, then you'll see a massive improvement in your life where it's from, which I'm guessing is probably shit, because like the average person listening to this is not going to be a fucking mega millionaire, super successful guy. I mean, we can talk about the problems with superficiality, but I mean, that's a different story. The main issue is that their advice doesn't even work. Like, if you look at the top guys in the space, they have no fucking game. They're going off clout. Like, with the exception of Tate, maybe, but he's kind of moving away from that red pill. No one really knows how to handle those sort of situations. And so they give guys a lot of ridiculous advice that ultimately will not help them in the real world. Like, number one, the most common piece of advice that I hear them give guys is, up your game by making yourself richer, more successful, more famous, so you can get more clout, so you can fuck more hoes or whatever. But the reality is, a hoe's a hoe. They're a dime a dozen. It's gonna bore you. Like, listen to any rapper, listen to any famous person. After a while, what happens? They get bored of the hoes. They get bored of wasting all their time with time wasters, with clout chasers, with entrepreneurs of the flesh. Ultimately, they want some sort of connection, some sort of actual purpose in their life that goes beyond hoes. Let's disregard that for a second. That's not even my point here. My point here is that it doesn't help you with a standard woman. Like, a hoe is going for wealth, whether that's material wealth, social wealth, which is now a social media clout, all that sort of bullshit. They're not on the same level as the sort of person you would like to approach. I'll give you an example. Let's say she's a successful, very attractive woman. Let's say even a model. So someone who's around these sort of guys all the time. So they don't really care about just having clout or wealth, because everyone around them is like that. You need more than that to impress them. So if you just come in with that game, you ain't getting nowhere. You have to know how to play the game if you are fucking broke, and not spend all your money in your room getting rich and then expect to have a world of girls out there. It's unrealistic. It's just idiotic. It's like collecting eggs and then going on a hunt. Different skills. Like, is Dua Lipa really going to care about your clout, your chains? Like, look at someone like Pete Davidson. The dude is not dripped out. He's not handsome. He's not even in good shape. He's fucking mentally ill. And he's getting all these major Hollywood women. Like, the sort of high caliber people that most of us never even meet, let alone touch. And how is he doing it? Game. Very simple. Pure game. His game is not the sort of thing I would go for, because it's very much, as far as I'm aware, based on the kind of love bombing approach. Because he has borderline, he goes all in. The emotions are so intense, they're so raw and authentic, that these girls really get the impression that, oh shit, he actually cares. Like, he's insanely over caring. But the point is that his problem is that he overdoes it. Because he's got borderline, it's authentic, but it's authentically unstable. But if you look at it, he fits none of the traditional descriptions of what these guys talk about. They're like, high value man do this, high value man do that. The dude wears fucking the gayest clothes in the world. He painted his nails. He doesn't fit any sort of traditional masculine trope. He's not built. He's not jacked. He's not good looking. I mean, he's complete opposite of all of those things. He's real thin, pale, average in pretty much every respect physically. So what does that tell you? Like, none of the shit they're talking about matters. It's all about game. And it's not about money. Success is important, but success is not it. But obviously, for your average person, if you want advice there and then in their life to actually improve it, going on about success or future endeavors or building £1 million or becoming a top comedian or joining SNL, even if it is realistic for some people, it's not long term. And statistically, it's impossible for everyone to be rich, for everyone to be successful It's a lot easier for everyone to get basic social skills there. And so that's what I'm trying to teach here. Like, if you take anything from this, first step, non-intentionality. Whenever you enter in any situation, let's say, I'll give you an example. You're a student, you're at a uni bar, you see a girl, you're like, oh, pretty hot. With a couple of friends, you got a couple of friends on you. First thing, what do you do? Make the approach. Do you come in and say, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, I love you so much? No. Because then she's going to see you as prey. She's going to think, I know exactly what this guy's thinking. He wants me, maybe I can get free drinks. Because he's just like everyone else. He's just another thirsty dude. If you come over and you don't actively intend, which shows on your face because she'll pick up those signals, and instead try and provide a good time for everyone around you, have fun, but be strong, dominant, and assertive. Not intentional, but assertive. Like, you're confident with people around you. You have fun. You command the group. Then she'll want your attention. Because she'll be looking at this guy like, this guy's a fucking catch. Like, I need to find a way to get his attention. Because it's not obvious he's interested in me. I mean, it's obvious at a certain level he's probably attracted, or he thinks I would be a cool person to spend time with because he came up to me. But he's not thirsty. He's not desperate. And if a girl feels like it's not clear that she can easily have you, or that you wouldn't be desperate enough to stoop down to a level where you will give her whatever you want, just in return for that, she has to think about, what can I do to get your attention? Now, a lot of this is subconscious. That she'll just feel, oh, he's just so cool, like, I want to spend time with him or whatever. It's not conscious in that respect, but it's there. And you'll see it. Like, for example, do that in a situation. Don't buy any drinks. Don't do anything monetary. Just give the other person and their group, chill with them, have a good time, and see what happens. And don't go in with this whole negging fucking bullshit. Just banter. I mean, like, just think of it like your friends. Like, you banter with your friends, you banter with people you know, you banter with acquaintances because you're having a good time. You don't banter because you're trying to put someone down or make them insecure. And that's the sort of approach. Don't be afraid to say something funny or a bit edgy that could come across as insulting or whatever, just because you want something. That's the problem with intentionality. It will show. Come in as the sort of person who banters because they're just a fun person. They enjoy collaborating with other people, chilling, doing whatever, and not because they're thirsty and trying to break you down for some sort of nefarious purpose. Come on. Also, it comes across as exceptionally insecure. The fact that you'd walk into a situation and have to feel the need to exert your power so much over other people that you have to suddenly just start insulting fucking randos. Like, just put it in this way. Imagine, let's say someone's very overweight and you're walking down the street and they're just grotesquely overweight. Everyone's thinking they're a bit gross because you subconsciously think things you probably shouldn't think on a daily basis and you can't help it. But actively saying that, even if everyone's thinking it, comes across as extremely rude and insecure because not only did you have to think it, but go out of your way to make the person feel bad, to exert power of them, which is just an unpleasant and stupid thing to do. So if there are any takeaways from this, confidence without arrogance, assertiveness without ignorance. Peace.